I'm Hank Stargell, head union steward here in Chalfont. Apparently we didn't have enough people taking their name off of the De-Cert list. So now, instead of building solidarity for more bargaining strength for our next contract, we're going to have to spend time campaigning to keep what we've got and win this union representation election. In case our older members have forgotten, or for the newer workers that aren't aware of it, it's time for some reflection before considering giving it all away.
For years, the employees of Chalfont suffered a series of setbacks and cutbacks as a result of financial mismanagement and poor economic conditions. We endured pay cuts, forced furloughs, loss of 401k contributions, and our personal days.
I remember being called to the warehouse, wondering on the way, what will they take next?
Yeah, it was 2008, and like now, the market crashed, and the company started taking things away from their workers. For that year, here in Chalfont, we lost 2 weeks vacation, lost our personal day, had to take 2 weeks of furlough time, and the real kicker was they took 6% in wage cuts with no chance of getting it back when the economy recovered.
They had no plan to give it back.
In response, there were groups of our fellow workers that were simply fed up. We sought to win our union and our first contract. It wasn't easy, and at times it was pretty frustrating because some folks didn't get it. I guess they thought, don't rock the boat, and by some miracle the company would take care of them.
Anyway, the important thing was we won our election and by a large margin and kept solidarity going through our first negotiations. And we got back our personal time a day, and we gained 12 hours holiday pay for those working 12-hour shifts. Better.
We got 2% wage increases before we even started negotiating because they offered that to all unorganized employees before the election. And with the 2% every year over the next 3 years, we ended the first contract period with a total of 8% in wage increases, second personal day, floating holiday, and 12-hour holiday pay for the 12-hour shift workers.
Quad bought out Virtus during the first contract time period. Before we were able to negotiate our next contract, there was a decertification attempt that looked like it could derail negotiations of our second agreement. Despite the distraction, we were able to hold on to the first contract improvements and wage increases for everyone.
Then came negotiations with Quad for our third contract. For anyone that believes that without a union, Quad wants to give out extraordinary wage increases and extra weeks of vacation, then you need to be sure and look at the company's first economic proposals from August of 2017. They wanted to take our 12-hour holiday pay, personal day if you didn't use it, reducing one personal day, your floating holiday, changes to bereavement pay, allow more subcontracting, changes to shift differential, and even wanted to reduce safety shoe allowance by 25 hours. They wanted to take away your voice. Remember, without a union, they could have just taken it and implemented the changes immediately.
With the uncertain economic times that we are facing today, ask yourself, whose pockets do you think Quad management will reach into to maintain their financial position? And without our union, just like Virtus, they can implement pay cuts, force furloughs, take our personal days and change our shift times, and not even discuss it with us.
Before you vote in the upcoming union recognition election, you better ask these guys trying to steal your guaranteed rights what they can guarantee. Other than they are surely out for themselves and will make all kinds of promises that they don't have the authority to make.
The only guarantees a worker can legally achieve in a workplace is through a union contract.
So for the good and welfare of you and your family, you need to vote Union Yes.
We need to get past this obstacle by showing resounding union victory to help our bargaining position for a strong new contract.